Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's starting to get dark at the MRT Chatuchak Park, but it's a Wednesday, so no night market that I know of. I think it's just a weekend market. There's this little park right here by the MRT station, but I believe the main park is over by the market. I don't know, to be quite honest. I've never been there. I've just looked down on it from the train. I've been to the weekend market. But let's go take a look at the park I've seen from the train, heading to the airport or immigration many times. This is also a junction for the Chatuchak Park Station MRT, underground subway, the blue line. And right there is the Chit BTS, the above ground train. And that's the sukhumvit light green line. That's heading in the direction of Victory Monument. Then it's going to head towards Siam Central and a Sok Prampong en route down the line. And I'm not sure which way to go. I think the weekend market's off to the right. I just met Boone for a little dinner, actually down in the subway station. We just hit one of her favorite little Fuji Expresses, and she got a little sashimi salmon. And now she's jumping on the MRT, heading off in the direction of Lat Phrao, where she stays. Yeah, I'm a little twisted around. I know the weekend market is off this way, but I don't know how to get there. Well, let's figure it out. Yeah, I was correct. It's over here, but like I said, I don't think anything is happening on Wednesday. There's a little checkpoint here. Huh. I'm not sure what that is, if that's for the workers, but 100 meters turn right. Roger that. Taxi standing by. Customers with the junction of the two trains. Hustle and bustle, everybody heading home. More traffic heading in the direction of downtown. I still see people heading into the market, so maybe some of the food stands are open. Looks pretty quiet. This is gate 18, but I'll come make a video during the weekend market. There might be a 2 or 3 year old one. Looking for that park that was kind of next to the market, but maybe it's a couple miles down. I'm no expert. I'm just looking out the window. And here's gate 2. My knee is killing me. It hasn't really hurt in years, but I overdid it on that California trip, digging holes and hauling furniture around. So I'm limping around a little bit, going on hour 3 or 4 of out filming around. I'm gonna attempt to walk this way. Chatuchak Park, and I think it's Train Park, I know are up in this direction. I'm really hoping that's yellow fence there is the edge of the park, but I don't think so. I don't think it's directly attached to the market, but I'm not positive. So I'm gonna walk as long as I can, try to find the park. Boone just texted me that you can rent bicycles there. Miracle of Life Foundation. Here's a little side gate to the park, and I'm not exactly sure which one. I assume the big one is Chatuchak, but I don't know what Boone's telling me about the train park. It's getting a little dark. Some nice water features. I assume there's some monitor lizards running around like every other park in town. Pretty nice. And of course things have cooled down since the sun went down. Still warm. Economy forestry, trail planting from the Royal Seedling, Meadow Hill, irrigation model, and toilets. No shortage of clean toilets around Bangkok. And if you have to go, just duck into a hotel lobby. They don't care. There's some kind of gong I hear. Here's a slide. Oh, I'm wrecking the picture. I'm not going to push the knee tonight, but I see people walking up in that structure. And I apologize if you're yelling at your laptop that this isn't Chatuchak Park. But I assume it is. We're pretty close to the market. And I don't see a lot of trains around. Those are my two choices. Lotus Pond Bridge. And it adds up because the train BTS is right off to the right. But I have been wrong before. And I just shot Boone a text and I said, "Is this Chatuchak?" And she says, "I don't know, they're connected." And I don't know where you're standing. She works in one of the big office buildings in this area. But she wanted to head home and get the laundry done. I understand that. I could do laundry at any time, but she's still working full time. All right, and I'd asked Boone. I thought there was another Queen Sirikit Park over here, and she says, I don't know. So I think there you go. This little portion I think is the Queen Sirikit Park, which don't know. Maybe there's Chatuchak, Queen Sirikit, and the train. Again, I'm a rookie with all this, and Boone is from Bangkok, so if she didn't know, I'm not feeling that bad about it. Over on the sides of the BTS, the line building. And I think that's the BTS headquarters towards Mochit. Way back in the day, you'll remember, or maybe you'll remember, it was Mochit to En Nut. And that's exploded. Yeah, I thought I saw a sign out there that said Queen Sirikit Park, but I'm just learning as I go. Cut through the grass here. Let's see what these signs say. The duck pond. Well, this says we're at Queen Sirikit Park, open from 5 in the morning until 7 p.m. Well, that's a bit of an early closure. To celebrate His Majesty the King on the auspicious occasion of his 6th cycle birthday anniversary, 28 July 2024, who has continued, preserved, and developed the royal intentions of Her Majesty the Queen Mother for lasting sustainability. All right, so 2024. It's not that long ago. Maybe there was a renaming. I know some other things have been renamed. Bangsu train station. Is now, what is it called? Kung Tapapiwak, which don't see a sign there at that entrance. All right, forgive me. I thought I was in Queen Sirikit, but I ran that by Boone, and he says, "What are you talking about? There's Chatuchak Park and train park over there. Benjasiri, Benjakitty. I can walk my way through that, but what's going on over here, I have no idea. I'd like to see what this train park is about. It'll be just my luck it's on the other side of the street, which kind of adds up at the end of the BTS station. I know there's a maintenance yard and I assume a way to turn the trains around like they do at Samrong. They don't need trains running every single one of them to the end of the line, so they'll turn them around and get them back up towards the Sulk where they need more trains. Then down by the Royal Thai Naval Academy, here's a, whatever we're calling this, I'm not a farmer, seedlings, cuttings. And I just asked some nice local people. They said, I'm in Queen Sirikit Park, and Chatuchak Park, she said, is over the road there, more by the BTS. And over here is Train Park. So that's a little confusing. And she also reminded me it's 6:30, and this park I'm standing in closes at 7. Train Park closes at 9, and she wasn't sure about Chatuchak. She said, she goes, I'm assuming 9. So this is entrance 1. So there you go. Not confusing at all. Going off here, Queen Sirikit. She told me to go over this bridge. Train Park. And then I'll make my way back over towards the BTS, and I guess that's Chatuchak Park. We got a Bangkok butterfly garden. And I'm losing light fast, but hopefully things won't be too jumpy. He's moving. No smoking, alcohol, gambling, no drones, no indecency. Looks like a running crew. Certified guide dogs allowed in the park. There aren't too many places where you can bring your dog. I know Benjakitty Park in the Asok area is one of them. Well, the dog park area. You still have to keep them on a leash. And I've made my way onto the large jogging trail. It doesn't look like there are many trails in the trees there. There's no shortage of parks in Bangkok. They do a nice job of setting aside some green spaces. Even in my busy area of Phrom Phong, it's only, I think it's 11 acres, right in between the M-Sphere and Emporium Mall. Benjasiri, it's really nice. Benjakitty's world class. Beautiful skywalk, whatever you want to call it, elevated walkway around the park. It's all lit up, and right now at 6:30, I'm sure there are thousands of people in the park. Lumpini, that's a beautiful park. Listing all the trees, and there were some signs for butterflies. I didn't see the butterfly garden. There's security, park rangers, whatever you want to call them, everywhere. And this is looking kind of butterfly over here to the right, yes. Nice clean toilets. Toilet number 3. And I'm not sure if you can visit the butterflies. It looks pretty quiet over there at 6:30 p.m. I hear some music ahead. Here's the nice bike path, separate of the jogging and walk area. There's some guys really moving, and maybe those are the rental bikes. I'm sure they are. Here's whatever's going on over here. Is that badminton, pickleball? I think they're badminton. Without a net. I'm sure it's called something else. Alright, well, I think I've made my way from the Queen Sirikit. I guess this is the train market, maybe because it's next to the train. Silly me, I was expecting a couple of train exhibits or something. Bangkok Sports Center. And then she told me to go over here across the road, and that park is Chatuchak. Let me stick my head over here for a minute and then try to find it. What's going on here? Is that bocce ball? Or something similar. I have no idea the size of the park. I've did zero research. I just happen to be here, and that's my channel. I'm more a run and gun. Why don't I make a video while I'm here? But it seems bigger than Benjikiti or Lumpini. But I'm not certain. Let me see what this sign says. Off to the right is Central Plaza Leprau. It says make a U-turn for the BTS SkyTrain and MRT. But I am going to keep going. Follow the crowd. It looks like there's another large area up ahead. I'm guessing that was the main entrance to the park where that Bangkok City Sports store was. I should probably make a U-turn. And this is quite a workout. Pretty gigantic loop. Not that it matters, but definitely more a local vibe. I don't know what that means. I'm the only expat I've seen up here. I'm sure they're here. These are more folks leaving work and getting in a workout. What does this sign say? The car park and the mall off to the right. Well, I know the mall will get me to where I need to go. I think I am going to ease off to the right here. I might accidentally go in a circle. With these large buildings off to the right, I'm 99% sure are right on the BTS light green line. And off on the right, I hear something happening, a football pitch, or that's probably it. And on the left here, you can't see it through all these shrubs. There's another large water feature. Hit that in Google Translate if you're curious. And over there I see tennis courts hoops, volleyball nets for all kinds of sports. And I hope I'm heading in the direction of the train. I'm pretty sure I am, but I've been twisted around before. You just be careful that you don't accidentally walk on the bike path. There's a couple of spots where they're kind of joined together. There's the Central Let Prom Mall in the distance. I'm pretty sure there's a train stop there. I know I've been in that mall a few times. All right, well, the mall's over here. There's some kind of big drainage ditch here, and I'm walking this way. There's no way to get in or out of the park. Now, off in the distance here, it said there was a car park, so I'm assuming that hooks up to whatever road's off to the right here, but I'm going in the wrong direction now. But unless I'm gonna swim across. I see a bridge ahead, but I don't see anybody on it. Here's an old oil rig. Well, I see that guy heading up the stairs, so that's what I'm gonna do. Try to exit the park. And I might have to give up on finding that Chatuchak section, unless this is it. From what the one lady was explaining to me, it was on the other side of the road, and this was the train market. And over here is the car park. But I don't know, I'm new at all this. Shoot me a comment. And tell me where I was. I know I started in Queen Sirikit. I'm assuming that's the car park. And I'm assuming the BTS is over there by the Crest building. But these are all guesses. All right, so here's another sign. It seemed like there's a lot of parks within the park, but there's some beautiful choices over here in the Chit area. Right behind, there it is, the Central Let Prom Mall. So I'm not that far at all. And it's almost 7, so it's getting pretty dark. I'm curious if Chatuchak Park is that small park right at the MRT Chatuchak. I'll bet it is, because that's on the other side of that little road. I need to get up and over. So let's go up there. And it's not as pretty as the park, but it gets you above all the busy traffic. There's the mall on the other side of the road. So I'm assuming this is going to get me down to one of the trains. And this says Chatuchak is down this way. Yeah, I'm assuming it's that little park right near the MRT station. Everybody heading on to the toll road. And there's the International Civil Aviation Organization. I guess that's Thailand's FAA. And it sounds like good news that Thai Airways is going to be resuming service back to the United States. So that'll be nice. Don't know if they've announced which routes they're going to take. I assume over the Pacific. So who knows? That could go to Seattle, San Francisco, LA. But they could also go the other way. Pretty sure there are flights from Bangkok to London and is it Germany? I'm not sure where. But I know they head off in that direction. The Centera Grand off in the distance. Enough of a walk for tonight. I'm heading off in the direction of that mall, and hopefully I can find one of the trains, the blue line or the green line, and make my way back towards Phrom Phong. I appreciate you hanging along with me. Let's walk through some nice parks up here in the Chatuchak Mochit area. Come on up here, take a look. Just remember that one park closes at 7 and the others are 9 p.m. I believe. Anyhow, it's a good time. So you have a great evening and we will see you soon. There should be a couple more videos flashing up on the screen. If you want to keep watching my channel, I'd appreciate that. We'll see you later.